All right, I have a little story time. So once in a while, I get to travel around and do live art for metal festivals. I do poster artwork and stuff like that, and get flown out. And while the music is going on and everything, I'll sit and paint. Just something to do. That's a little different than just basic festivals. You got a bunch of bands lined up and vendors. Try to add another element to it. So my boy Heath from the Heathen House from Arkansas, Court, Arkansas, does this really amazing festival twice a year. And a couple years back, I was flown out there, and I have a good friend, Machete Eddie. Shout out to my boy, Machete Eddie, a super mad talented drummer. Been friends with him since the MySpace days. He was sweet enough to pick me up and drive me around. And then he works at Guitar Center and teaches drums out at Guitar Center out there in Little Rock. And so on the way over, he's like, "Hey, I got to stop by and go to the store," because he had to grab some drum stuff, because he was bringing some of the drum stuff back to the festival to play on his kit. So the house kit was actually his kit. Extra sweetheart for even allowing a bunch of drummers to beat on his drums. And so we're over there. I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." And he's like, "I made a music video." I'm like, "What? First of all, you're that talented. You play drums. You're a great dude. And you also made a music video." And he's like, "Yeah, man." So, I'm on his phone. I'm checking it out. Super proud of my boy. I'm like, "God, Machete, yeah, you making music videos?" And then I'm like, listening to the band. I'm like, "Dude," I'm like, "who's the band? The band's really, really good." I'm like, "Awesome that you did this cool music video." But "Oh, the band's sick, man." And he's like, "Yeah, it's some of the guys there at Guitar Center, friends with it, called Mammoth Caravan." I'm like, "Oh, these dudes are heavy, man. This is really, really cool." So we go over there, and I recognize the one of the guys in the band. I was like, "Oh shit, I just literally seen you just sitting on the ride over here." And everybody was really cool. And I was like, and my buddy Machete Eddie's like, "That's my friend Tony Cole. He's here coming, doing live art, blah, 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 yada, yada. Shake hands, let him know how much I love the video, how much the music is really, really cool. And super talented guys." Grab the stuff, come back, and I give him stickers. I always have stickers and things to get back to me, because I'm always down to help bands, with their visual quests, once they've recorded an album or whatever, try to find an opportunity where I can. And, stickers I feel like are a lot better than just post like a business card. I have a lot of business cards, but I like stickers more so. You can put them up on your favorite things. So anyway, go to the festival. Festival's great. Have fun. Machete Eddie, just a big sweetheart. Hang out. Go home. A few months later, I get an email from the guys from Mammoth Caravan wanted me to do some work for them. I was like, "Absolutely, would love to. I'm already a fan of your music, so no problem." So long story short, we work together, make some cool stuff, and they eventually released the album. And it took a little while because they had to get their all the stuff situated, because you're getting CDs, tapes, getting all vinyl. It's kind of a big production. And so a lot of times I work with bands. They'll send me a couple little things. Maybe some bands don't even send me nothing, which is kind of a bummer, because I always like to have, have a little personal collection that I have. And, it just over the years, I've been doing this for over 20 years. So, I have some pretty cool, rare stuff. And all I want is like a thing of it just to show people that I actually I made this, You tell somebody, "Oh, I did this for this band." Like, "Oh yeah, cool." But when you get to show it to them, they're like, "Oh yeah, you really did it." Right. So anyways, so they sent me the package. Really stoked. I wanted to come by and show it to you. And so, this band's called Mammoth Caravan. They're out of Arkansas. And so, so they sent me the shirt. Right, sent me a t-shirt. Right. Bitchin'. Super stoked on the shirt. And then they sent me the CD, which I was super stoked on, which I gotta sign it. Sign all the stuff. And they sent me a tape. I'm like, "What?" And they sent me a flag. I'm like, "You sent me a flag too? What?" And super ultra cool, which is very, very rare if I ever get. It's vinyl. Oh, and I got a big vinyl. It's so badass. So big shout out to all the boys in Mammoth Caravan for hooking a brother up. Like I say, I rarely ever get man, I gotta pull teeth sometimes just to get anything from a CD or whatever. And in this day and age where CDs are kind of like dead media, it shouldn't be a big deal. A lot of bands, they'll just they'll just record it and release it online, which is okay, but it's just cool to have physical media, man. And so I like to sign all my stuff because I'm gonna frame this and put it up in my studio because I don't get these very often. And like I say, man, really stoked on these guys for following through on what they're going to say they're going to do. Yeah, check it out. I haven't seen it yet. So they got the layout here, the other stuff, which is really cool. Right? Lyrics and all that. Yeah, I know it ain't, cheap to print these out. So I really do appreciate getting these. Oh, badass. So really cool for these guys to do that. Like I say, I've worked with some pretty big bands and some really large labels over the years. I don't receive nothing. Sometimes I can't even spell my name right on the inlay, which is a shot to the heart, man. Like, come on. You can sign the checks with my name spelled correctly, but you can't put my name correctly in the layout. I'm calling BS on that. Anywho, but I just wanted to stop by and show you, oh shoot, I want to show you this really cool band I work with called Mammoth Caravan. If you're into like doom, death metal, heavy, sludgy riffs and awesome, just awesome music, man. I mean, if you're into it, some people are not really into metal, but if you are into metal, you should check them out. Yeah, Mammoth Caravan. They're great people. Obviously, if they're sending me all this stuff, I'm a big fan, and I can't wait to drop this. I still have a CD player in my car, so I'm gonna pop this in my car and fucking blow out the speakers. So yeah, guys, thank you very much, and Mammoth Caravan for sending me all of this, and I appreciate you guys' time.